The following was a paid advertisement by intheworksmedia. What is going on, guys? This is intheworksmedia, and I am bringing you guys one of the most unique Frankenstein gameplays you'll ever see. That's because I am using a retarded setup, and excuse my political incorrectness there, but this is a pretty stupid setup. But to boot, it's actually going to be 2 games because this game right here was impressive. But the host messes it up, so about 2/3 of the way through it, it's going to get it's just going to end. And that's unfortunate because I went 30-4 in this game, and the last half of the game isn't captured. And I joined the game late. I was only in the game 5 minutes, and I get 30 kills like super quickly. But you'll see the majority of it, and what you're seeing me do right here is I am doing what I like to call Jake scoping. Now I know there's a guy on here that already has patented that term, but I feel like since I'm the older Jake of the two, that I should have exclusive rights to that term, because this is truly the real way to quickscope in Black Ops. This is this is the most fun I've had in a long time, actually, these couple of games that I threw together. And I'm not even using sleight of hand. That's sleight of hand pro. That's one of the things that I set out to do when I first sat down to play this, is I was like, I'm not even going to use sleight of hand. That's going to make it all the more epic. And I really enjoyed playing this. Like, when I sat down to think about what I wanted to do with these gameplays, because I didn't want to waste them, because I don't know, there's just something about them. Like, it's not a game like that I'm running around tryharding. I made try hard into a verb, but it's not me running around trying super hard to get a lot of kills. I'm running around and having fun. And a lot of people seem to have forgotten that when they play this game. They get too stressed out of it, and I was getting super frustrated with Black Ops, and I sat down and realized that I shouldn't play it to try to get B scores anymore, because it's a game that you're supposed to have fun. And that's going to segue me into my next topic, because a lot of you guys know that I did start my job last week, so that means that I just finished my first full week of work. And I really, it's an eye-opener when you go from not doing a whole lot, like having a lot of free time, to not having a lot of free time. And I think that was one of the reasons why I sat down and thought, if I'm not having fun with a game, why are we playing it? I know I talked about this before in a couple weeks ago, saying why do you play video games? But I think that having free time kind of cut back for myself has let me see that it's I kind of want to spend my game time having more fun and not stressing out so much. So yeah, as far as work's been going, it actually went over really cool. One of the things that you guys might be curious to hear about is what I'm actually doing, and I know a lot of people were like, well, what are you doing? Well, I'm making bullets. Needless to say, I make things that kill people. This Call of Duty game you guys like to play? Well, I make the bullets to go into a lot of these guns, because I work for Winchester Ammunition, which is a fairly well-known company, and if you have never heard of Winchester, then don't know what to tell you. Winchester Arms actually made the 1887s that are in Modern Warfare 2. So there you go. We don't make guns or anything. We only make the cartridges and shot shells and stuff like that. And it was actually an interesting experience, because you've never really worked in a factory. It's always like everything there runs very smoothly. Like, everything is on its own timetable. Like, you all take breaks together, all the machines start up together and whatnot. Now, I'm not really like on a machine per se by myself. What I'm actually in is called quality verification, which means I'm kind of off on my own. What I do is I make sure the people that are making these bullets are making them to the right standards. Like, I'll have to actually go in and check thousands and thousands of rounds of bullets to make sure the gauging's correct on them. And that's probably not the most glamorous job. When I came out of college, I really didn't expect to have a job checking bullets, but nonetheless, it pays extremely well. It doesn't have the best hours, but I mean, you get 40 hours a week, and you get overtime and stuff like that if you want it. But as far as like being a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, it doesn't always work like that. So that's probably the biggest downfall of the job. But other than that, it's been pretty painless. It's been a painless transition. But what I've noticed is that I value my free time a lot more. That's why I haven't made a whole lot of videos lately. I've been kind of doing my own thing, hanging out with my lady friend, and I don't know, just enjoying enjoying being able to have time off, because when you work 40 plus hours a week, I think last week I worked 56 hours for my first week, so having a couple days off in a row was a big deal to me, because I had, as you see me, get a wonderful quick scope right there. I mean, look at that. How can you not love this setup? If you, I definitely suggest you guys try it out. But one of the things I did use, this is going to be kind of a Frankenstein commentary to go with this, but we went and saw Thor, and it wasn't a bad movie. Like, I'd definitely say it wasn't a movie that I would think would shock and awe you, like being like, oh whoa, this is great. Like, it definitely wasn't like as good as Iron Man 1. I mean, I'm really big into comic book movies because I like comic books. Thor was a good movie. It wasn't bad, but the thing that's been bothering me lately about movies is that it seems like everything's so generic. Like, you gotta have your romance plot, and then after your romance plot, you know, you have your generic climax end. And I feel like Thor was exactly like what I don't like about movies. Like, it seems like movies just can't get beyond that generic tone that a lot of them have taken lately, of just being, you know, you have your introduction, you have your conflict, you have your romantic conflict, you have your romantic conclusion, then you have the conclusion of the movie, and it's just, I don't know, it's just not very fresh anymore. I like movies that take risk, and it seems like Thor didn't take those risks. Like, I enjoyed Thor for what it was, but as far as it being like a great movie, it doesn't even come close to that, because it just didn't take enough risk, and it was just too generic. I think one of the reasons why some of the better superhero movies have done well is because they've taken risks. They haven't stuck to the plot lines, but then always what happens is it seems like in the sequels they always seem to regress back to that. So it was kind of a disappointment, but I enjoyed Thor. So I don't know. I had a pretty exciting week. I've got some pretty awesome M16 gameplay. I got a pretty awesome paycheck on the way, and I saw a pretty decent movie. So overall, it was a good week. I know a lot of you guys, I get a lot of messages asking why I hadn't made a video lately. So this is the reason why. I've been super busy, that's why. But I hope you guys enjoyed this M16 thermal sniping gameplay. I'm actually going to post this on the Respawn app if you guys are interested in bumping it. If you haven't tried out the Respawn app, it's actually kind of cool to find content you don't really know exists. But if you could do me a favor and go over there and bump it, that'd be cool. It's a really cool app, so if you haven't tried it out, just check it out. But I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you at the end of the work week. Peace.